Hi, Watarase.
Hello there. Where are you headed?
To Fubuki Shrine. I wanted to ask him about something.
Aha! In that case, you may want to try another day, you know.
Why's that?
I haven't seen him around for a while. I even looked for him earlier today. Thought I'd invite him for a spot of fishing to try out a new pole, but no luck.
Are you sure Kurama didn't saddle him with some errands? Either that, or Kai's dragged him off somewhere.
Oh, come on, Wolby. Neither of them would ever treat him like that, right? Right?
Now, I don't think he's gone completely MIA. I see signs of activity every once in a while, you betcha. His shrine's always nice and tidy, and I've spotted footprints that must be his.
But since he's probably out now, maybe we should come back later?
If you've got some time, come fish with me in his stead. With this new pole, we'll be reeling him in like nobody's business.
I'll have to pass. For all we know, he might turn up again soon, so I'll go wait by his shrine, just in case. Though I do appreciate the offer. Maybe I'll take a rain check.
Well, that's a darn shame. It's been awful cold lately, so stay warm.
He must still be out.
Looks like it. Want to hang around for a while?
May as well. Besides, the sun feels great.
Quite chilly today. I hope everyone is taking good care of themselves. A snowman? Strange that it has no eyes or mouth. Did someone make it after stopping by? But one this big would take some time. Huh?
Fubuki, you finally came back.
No, I've been in my shrine this whole time. Never mind that. Hurry on inside. I'll make you something warm right away.
Thank you.
Don't forget me.
I feel so much better.
You're telling me I was this close to freezing my fluff off.
Seeing you in that state made my blood run cold.
The sun was still high in the sky when we came here. It felt so nice and warm.
So warm, in fact, that we kinda dozed off. Must have started snowing in the meantime because we were popsicles by the time we woke up.
That was dangerous. Even on sunny days, you mustn't throw caution to the wind in Winter Village. If you wanted to see me, you simply should have come inside.
We heard that you've been away a lot lately. Watarase said he hadn't seen you around today.
Hold on, didn't you mention you were home all day? Don't tell me you were pretending to be gone.
I was merely taking a nap. Now, tell me, what brought you here?
The villagers need some advice. They said their requests seem to be resolving themselves these days.
Then what's the big deal? Either way, their problem's solved.
But wouldn't you want to know who's been constantly going out of their way to help you?
Well, I guess.
Oh, so I just made everyone worry.
What do you mean?
You see, I'm the one solving their problems.
What? Really?
Yes, but I didn't intend to unnerve them. I simply wanted to feel useful.
Hey, nobody's upset or anything. They just want to know what's going on.
If anything, they're grateful. They just felt bad that they couldn't properly thank their secret helper. Why hide that it's you, anyway? I thought you were on good terms with everyone here.
Indeed, they've treated me with nothing but kindness. Even after all the trouble I caused them.
You mean the whole man-eating wolf thing?
That wasn't your fault in the first place. Don't beat yourself up about it.
I still have no excuse for frightening them so. My actions only caused them undue anguish. Therefore, I feel I must atone.
Still, can't you just help them out normally? I don't get why you need to sneak around like this.
I did do that, at first. And they were happy. At least I think they were. But I'm scared. I don't want to cause any more heartache than I already have. Honestly, I can't bear the thought that I might hurt them again.
You're really overthinking this. Or is something else going on here?
You amaze me, Fubuki.
Pardon?
You care so much about the villagers' well-being, and still try to help them despite your own fears. If I were in your shoes, I might have given up hope by now.
You're in an uncomfortable spot. You gotta deal with your past. And that ain't easy.
My actions don't deserve your praise. I'm simply doing my job. As the god of winter, helping others is my sacred duty.
Sure, but no man's an island. You have to take your own feelings into account as well. Carrying out your duties despite dealing with all this is honestly impressive. But I'm sure some days are harder than others. Would you feel better if you had a helper?
By that, you mean...
Let me come along next time. I'll be right there when you need me. It's easy to feel helpless when you're working alone. So whenever you're down, I'll cheer you back up.
I'm flattered by your offer. But I'm afraid I'd only be a burden.
Then look at it this way. I'll accompany you in my role as Earth Dancer to make sure you don't lose control again.
Oh, now there's an idea. Solves two problems in one go.
Are you sure about this?
Of course. Although I understand if you'd still rather do this yourself.
No. I'll gladly take you up on your offer. Thank you.
Hello, hello! I see you're with our gallant shepherd today.
We decided to help out the village as a team. Right, Fubuki?
Indeed. I worry I'd do more harm than good if I tried to solve every problem on my own.
Oh, hardly. In fact, we were worried that we'd made too many demands of you. Ah, right. I almost forgot. Here, for you.
Whoa! Now that's how you fish!
For a while, I couldn't even net a minnow. But today, I got a bite as soon as my hook hit the water. Thought I should share the wealth now that my luck's turned. Anyway, I'd best get back at it.
I suppose our survey of the village will have to wait.
Agreed. I doubt I can eat all this.
Don't worry. I'll polish off whatever you can't. Come on, let's head back.
Hey! Wolby, wait!
He caught these in the lake. Then I didn't labor in vain. If I'd continued to avoid the villagers, I never would have realized that. Thank you for showing me the light. I'm sorry for taking so long. I was ambushed by children as soon as I left my shrine.
I'm not surprised you're popular with the kids, especially with those fuzzy ears and floofy tail.
I'm nowhere near as popular as you are, Wolby. And I can prove it.
Oh, a woolly! And it's flying!
Hey, stay back! Hey, if you want fluff, go snuggle Fubuki!
Come back, Woolly! We want to play!
Ah! Stay away!
Everyone's so full of energy today.
Right? I could learn a thing or two from them. I might even manage to keep the chill out of my bones.
Is it really that cold?
Lately, yes. I wouldn't dare set foot out at night around here.
I thought as much.
You did?
Let's go somewhere private. I'll explain there. Regarding this sudden cold snap, I think I'm actually causing it.
Wait, you? But this only started just recently.
I suspect it's linked to the restoration of my divinity. I lost much of my power after the celestial collapse. However, if the weather grows any colder, the villagers will suffer. The children may no longer be able to play outside, and yet I can do nothing to change this situation.
Are you sure it's that serious?
Hey, have a heart. It's clearly bothering the poor guy.
Oh, I wasn't trying to write him off. How should I put this? You became a god ages ago, right? Then people should already know that they'll need to contend with extreme cold around here. I'm sure they have long-standing traditions to help them deal with just that, so I wouldn't panic.
Nevertheless,
I understand why you're so desperate to help them, but you shouldn't agonize over this.
Exactly. Heck, living somewhere super cold can even have its benefits.
Right. So rather than trying to deal with the cold, why not find a way to enjoy it instead?
That does seem more productive. All I needed to do was consider the issue from a different angle.
Sounds like you could use our help.
Kai and Kurama? Why are you both here?
I heard the pitiful cries of a soul in need.
I think that was your imagination.
This brute decided to come bother you out of boredom. I was dragged along against my will.
Details, details. Anyway, the solution to your problem is snowball fights. Everyone has fun while also staying warm.
What kind of fool would dare brave the outdoors in this abysmal cold? Especially when we have countless ways to amuse ourselves indoors.
Hold on, Kai. Where did you get that snowball?
What? Did you think I'd show up here without any ammo? This place is practically a powder keg for a snow war.
Okay, but maybe don't throw them indoors?
Ah, come on, don't be such a wet blanket. I'll clean up afterward. But you'd better watch out, or else...
That was the final straw. I'll tolerate your tomfoolery no longer. Today, you pay.
Calm down, Kurama. We don't need to resort to violence. Ah!
See? You gotta stay on your toes.
How'd it come to this?
No stopping them now. Better to go with the flow.
So I see. Oh well, at least they're enjoying themselves. Have you all called the truce?
No, I decided to wave my own white flag. I can't keep up with those two.
Pay attention, you windbag! Unless you want another snowball right in the kisser!
Prepare to face frosty fury, you insolent oaf!
Chew on... That's friggin' gold! Ah!
You'll pay for that! Take this!
Aren't you cold?
Quite the opposite, actually. The cold feels great after all that running around. Where'd that snowman come from?
I made it. I haven't done this in quite some time, so I went a little overboard.
It's even bigger than me. Impressive. By the way, do you mind if I ask you a question?
As long as you think I can answer it.
Why are you so worried about the village? I know you're only doing your divine duty, but I feel like there's more to this than meets the eye.
How very astute. I can't hide anything from you, can I? I'm looking for something.
You are?
Indeed I am. May I share an old story with you? Long, long ago, while strolling through the village, I happened across an elderly couple in search of something. They sought the winter blossom, a flower as delicate as spun sugar that glittered like crystal. I asked them why they wanted to find a flower of all things. They happily informed me. Before that couple had wed, a blizzard once stranded them near the village. So fierce was the wind and snow that they feared they might freeze to death. They huddled together and somehow survived the night. The blizzard abated, and they headed toward the river to slake their thirst. As they gazed across the snowy landscape, they saw the winter blossom glistening in the morning light. Time seemed to stand still as they stared at it, struck by its otherworldly beauty. Before they knew it, the flower had vanished, like something out of a dream. Unsure if they'd actually seen that flower or merely hallucinated it, in their old age, they sought it in the hope of one last glimpse. Their eyes practically sparkled as they recounted their tale of a sight far too warm for this cold place. Something about their story fascinated me. I couldn't help but offer to aid in their search, and together, we looked day after day. The weather grew ever colder. Massive blizzards interrupted us more than once. Still, we didn't give up. I kept on searching right alongside them. Unfortunately, we never did find the winter blossom. That couple passed on without ever seeing it again. Few times in my life have I ever been so frustrated with myself. What good is a god that can't even locate a simple flower? But because of that, I couldn't bear to give up. In the end, their wish became my own. Once, I even asked Sister Spring if she knew of any winter-blooming flowers.
Oh, she would know for sure.
You would think, but she didn't. I had come to believe the flower couldn't possibly be real. That couple even said their minds could have invented it from sheer relief after surviving the blizzard. But explaining away the winter blossom so easily felt like I was disrespecting their memory. And I just couldn't stand that. Silly, isn't it? I may have spent all this time in pursuit of pure fantasy.
I don't think it's silly at all.
Huh?
While I have no idea whether that flower exists, I'm sure remembering it gave that couple hope. The strength that they needed to survive the bitter cold.
Hope.
I bet you're drawn more to what that flower represents than the flower itself. Memories that warm you body and soul, giving you a reason to endure life's harshest winters.
That makes sense. So, I longed to make memories of my own with someone important to me.
Why don't I help you look for it? I won't get your hopes up by saying we'll definitely find it, but I'd like to believe it's possible. And at the risk of sounding insensitive, it doesn't matter if we never find it.
Why's that?
Think about it. The search itself will let us make plenty of heartwarming memories.
Yes. You're absolutely right. I, too, believe the winter blossom must be out there somewhere. And we'll find it together. It's awfully chilly. We ought to head inside.
Ah, missed. I'll hit your smug face next time!
Try all you like, but the outcome will never change. I can read your every move.
Hey there, Fubuki! Why are you alone? Our dancer threw in the tower early, so I'm bored out of my mind. Why don't you join us?
You will pay.
Huh?
You will pay for what you did to our dancer, and for making a mess of my shrine!
Uh-oh! He snapped!
Fubuki, wait! You have the wrong idea. I'm not sure why you're so upset, but this is Kai's fault, all of it!
Wait, why are you blaming me? I wouldn't have a problem if you didn't keep dodging my shots!
No excuses! You're both responsible for this!
You okay?
Yes, absolutely. Except that now I'm chilled to the bone.
I mean, I'd love to head inside for a bit.
I doubt that squabble will die down anytime soon. Well, a little excitement is good for the soul. And I'm sure it will help Fubuki blow off some steam. Someday, he may even look back on this moment with great fondness.
Hey! Whew! I've been looking all over for you.
Hi, Zaza. What's wrong?
Lord Fubuki's been acting real funny lately. Like he's a whole different person.
Oh? How so?
He's been giving folks icy glares, and his voice sounds downright chilling. I don't know what happened, but he ain't the Lord Fubuki we know anymore.
Yikes. It's hard to imagine him of all people acting like that. Something must be wrong.
I sure hope the blight didn't infect him again. Any sign of it around the village?
Not yet. He's been cooped up in his shrine this whole time.
We'll go check on him. Zaza, can you keep an eye on the rest of the village for me?
Sure can.
It doesn't look any different. Do you sense anything off?
Nope. It's the same as always. No sign of any blight either.
Good. One less thing to worry about. Let's go have a little chat.
Halt!
Is that really him? He sounds completely different.
I don't sense anybody else, but stay alert just in case.
You stand within my garden. At whose behest have you trespassed into my realm?
What's the move? Maybe we should turn back and try again later.
I don't want to make a big deal out of this. Let's keep going and see what happens.
Answer me, or leave at once and I shall overlook this transgression.
It's me, Fubuki. Sorry for the unexpected visit. But why the chilly reception? You're usually so happy to see me.
What? Oh, I'm so sorry. Please, come in.
Well, I guess we should make ourselves at home?
Forgive me. I didn't realize it was you. I still can't quite identify others by their auras. What brings you here today?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. How about you explain what that was all about first, huh?
Pardon? I'm afraid I have no idea what you're talking about.
At whose behest have you trespassed into my realm? Leave at once, and I shall overlook this transgression.
Okay, I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything.
So, why are you acting like that?
I wanted to.
Say what? Speak up!
I wanted to cultivate an aura of divine dignity.
Divine dignity? What does that even mean?
Well, you see, I don't have the same dignified air as the other gods. I'm glad to have earned the villagers' love and respect. It's all I could have hoped for. And yet, it's just not what I thought it would be.
How do you mean?
Everyone tends to treat me like a younger sibling. But I'd rather be the sort of god whom everyone regards with awe.
So, you started acting all high and mighty.
Isn't that a kind of short-sighted plan? Words alone won't make people respect you. Divine dignity is something you cultivate naturally. Just look at me!
All I want is to be a god as amazing as Sister Spring. Please, you have to help me.
So that's what you want. I'm not sure if I completely understand, but I'll help in any way I can.
Thank you so much. But, where do I even start?
Why don't you ask the other gods for advice? If you want to be like them, then just go to the source.
I see the problem now. What a fascinating conundrum.
Fear not, Fubuki. We shall find you a suitable solution.
I don't recall inviting you.
Ah, you fool! When it comes to godliness, who could possibly explain it better than me?
You certainly do act the part, with an ego to match.
Excuse you! I am pure divinity made manifest! In fact, one's attitude reflects one's self-confidence. Self-respect strengthens your sense of resolve. Words spoken with great confidence ring true to the ear. Likewise, none will believe words racked by self-doubt, regardless of those words' veracity.
Aha! So, you're saying that I simply lack self-confidence?
Precisely. A god must earn not only their people's love, but also their awe and worship.
That worship in turn grants us our divinity. Therefore, we cannot content ourselves with their love alone. If we act too familiar, then we become just another neighbor. A god who cannot command reverence risks losing their divinity. which then prevents us from performing our duties. And so, in order to preserve this delicate balance, we must draw a clear line between humanity and divinity.
Humanity and divinity? That's not an easy line to walk.
However, one must still avoid overconfidence. Too much of anything can become a self-inflicted poison.
A poison?
But don't worry, Fubuki. We're both here to guide you. Come to us whenever you need our aid. We'll do everything in our power to help.
What matters most is attitude. Know thyself, control thyself, and ever strive to improve thyself.
And make sure you choose your role models wisely. We don't need two Kanatas around here.
I beg your pardon, just what are you implying?
Ask others for help, huh? But you've already done so much for me.
What a nice, lazy day. Want to stroll around the village and check in with everyone?
In a minute. Fubuki should be here shortly.
Look! Look!
Fubuki? What's wrong? Did something happen?
This! Look at this!
An old scroll? What about it?
Do you remember the Winter Blossom? This scroll actually mentions it!
What?
I was tidying up the storehouse behind my shrine when I found it. It's awfully old. I don't even remember putting it there.
Oh, here it is. Let's see. The mystical winter blossom grows in harsh winter regions. It only blooms on days so cold you risk freezing solid. This ephemeral plant flowers and withers within the blink of an eye. Its sharp, icy beauty captivates all fortunate enough to glimpse it.
See? The Winter Blossom does exist!
Are you sure this is trustworthy intel?
If it captivates everyone who sees it, then that implies it has some sort of special power.
Maybe so, but who's gonna search for a flower in sub-zero weather? That's insanity!
Still, we have a record proving its existence. It must be real. Which means we should look for it.
Are you sure?
I'm absolutely sure that I want to see this flower.
Fine. Then I guess I'll tag along. But don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Thank you, Wolby.
You have my thanks as well. Any luck?
Nope. Just snow, snow, and more snow.
This search is proving even more difficult than I imagined. Perhaps we need colder weather.
Any colder than this would be rough. Well, you and I could probably handle it. A certain someone would end up as a snowman again.
I'll be fine, Wolby. I'll let you know if it gets to be too much.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you through this.
Don't worry. I chose to be here after all.
Thank you. All right, let the search continue.
Achoo!
Are you okay?
All good. The cold doesn't bother me at all. Just kidding. I'm freezing! How are you not a popsicle yet?
To be honest, I think it's finally starting to get to me.
Yeah? Well, then why don't we call it a day? The last thing we want is for you to get sick.
I agree. You'd better take a break. Both of you, go back and warm up. I'll continue searching on my own.
No, I'll keep you company.
But
While I appreciate your concern, I really want to do this. So, won't you let me hope a bit longer? That old couple entrusted their final wish to you. And your quest to find this flower is now my own. Maybe I laid that on a little thick, but you see what I'm saying, right?
very well. But only for a little longer.
Got it! Snow?
Great. Just what we need. Wait, maybe this is a good thing?
Either way, the temperature will only continue to plummet. This has truly become a test of endurance. Let's split up to cover more ground.
Still no sign of it.
Unfortunately. I wonder if it simply doesn't grow in this area anymore.
I'm just about fed up with this cold. Shouldn't we call it quits?
Yes, I suppose we should. I have no earthly idea where it might be. In fact, it's possible we've been looking in the wrong area this whole time.
Are we really out of options? Maybe we just need to search the right place.
They huddled together and somehow survived the night. The blizzard abated, and they headed toward the river to slake their thirst. As they gazed across the snowy landscape, they saw the winter blossom glistening in the morning light.
This ephemeral plant flowers and withers within the blink of an eye. Its sharp, icy beauty captivates all fortunate enough to glimpse it. That's it! Listen up! I figured it out! I know what this flower is!
You do?
I found it! Look, see for yourself!
What?
The flower is blooming in the water?
Exactly. Although it's not a real flower. The water formed a layer of frost as it froze over, and the runes infusing that frost resulted in this flower. Which explains why you can only see it on a cold day. What a miraculous flower, gifted to us by the will of the runes.
So that couple saw this flower like ice. No wonder it melted away the moment it ceased snowing, like the last wisps of a dream.
So that's what it was. Too bad it wasn't actually a flower, though.
I don't mind at all. In fact, this answer is far more satisfying. Thank you. I never would have solved this mystery without you.
We only found it because you insisted we keep looking. I'm glad you gave me the opportunity to witness such a beautiful sight. You know what, Fubuki? Even though this flower always melts away, we'll carry our heartwarming memories of it with us for the rest of our lives.
Right.
Achoo!
Uh-oh. Are you okay? I pushed you far too hard. You're chilled to the bone. We'd best hurry back before you catch a cold.
No special treatment for me, huh?
Despite the weather, I feel so warm. As if my heart has burst into full bloom.